All right, hello everybody. Travis Chandler of Chandler Gaming back here with another Roller Coaster Tycoon scenario. Today we'll be going to Bumbly Beach. I'm going to read all this stuff now because you don't get a lot of time to complete Bumbly Beach. So, okay, for Bumbly Beach, you develop Bumbly Beach's small amusement park into a thriving theme park, and the objective is to have at least 750 guests in your park by the end of October year 2 with a park rating of at least 600. So you only get 2 years to do this. So they're saying it's not much of a challenge, you know, means it's a small park. They don't think it's much of a challenge, so let's go ahead and get going. I did kind of a practice run, so I'm going to get going here and I'm going to do some things. So first, we need to raise the price here. $5 there. One, we need a handyman. We need to hire a bunch of handyman, actually. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? For each ride. There we go. I know people are probably going to say, oh, you're hiring too much staff. You know what? I like having my park run on autopilot, you know? That way the only thing I have to do is worry about rides and guests, you know? Now we need mechanics. Just the exits is where we need them to go. There we go. We'll let this one take care of these two. And this one will take care of this side of the park. Oh. Okay. We need security guards. We only need 2 this time. We don't need a whole lot of them. We just need 2. I used to never hire security guards. I used to never hire them because I never knew what they were really supposed to do, you know? But they keep the parks and trash can or the benches and trash cans from getting destroyed. That's what their focus is. So, okay, we got that done. Let's take a look at rides. We have a haunted house and an observation tower we can put up. We have scrambled eggs we can put up. And we'll need eateries. So we'll start with the eateries. And what they suggest here, and this actually makes a lot of sense, is you actually want to put your eateries in different locations. We already have an information kiosk, so we don't need to worry about that one. So let's go. Start with ice cream. We're going to put it right here. And then we're going to put fries over here. Then we're going to put drinks over here. And we'll need bathrooms. And another thing we'll need to do, I totally forgot about this. There we go. They said take out the max amount that you can from the bank because you have to build fast. Otherwise, you're not going to make it. Now we can go ahead and start building rides. We'll get the scrambled up. Actually, put it right here. No, we won't, because we won't have room for the queue line. Okay, put it right there. The entrance will go here, the exit will go there. Two, three, four. Okay. Price. Be $1.20. Okay. Going on you. Make sure we can have insurance that yes. Didn't put. Yeah, we did. Okay. So we need to hire another one. Just to go around walking the park. Next. We're gonna build you. Okay. Exit there. Test. Haunted house. You and you. Test. Go ahead and open it. $1 for you. Okay. Take a slide. Okay. We'll go 50 cents on it, but we'll put 5 people on the ride at once. Okay. There we go. Now we need to hire a new mechanic. I'm just gonna pause just so I can not waste time doing this, you know. Oh, we forgot to do one thing. Maximum funding and take those 2 out. Okay. There we go. Alrighty. So now we have got the rides going. Any thoughts here? And you know what? We need to advertise the park. Now that I'm thinking about it. Nope. What kind of roller coaster are we getting after we raise this up? I wonder. Okay. We do need to check on the handyman. If all the paths are covered. Looks like they are. Okay, we're good there. We can go ahead and hire a entertainer, I guess. The Steel Mini Roller Coaster. Perfect. I can put that in and we'll make some money on it. We'll put another bathroom in once the Steel Mini Roller Coaster gets made. Be in April, which we're in April 6th, okay? So in 3 days, we'll get the new roller coaster. Where's that new one? We need to make a new one anyway. Okay. Give me a sec here, everyone. We need to make the handyman, give them paths to walk, the ones that I don't want to mow. There's our Steel Mini Roller Coaster. Raging Rocket will be it. Okay. Test you out while we're building all this. There we go. $2 for it, I think, would be good. And then we'll go ahead and start it up. We'll then go ahead and advertise Raging Rocket for more guests. So we can get it popular. And then we need Mechanic 1. I know I'm going to get flack for this, but I'm going to put a second one. I'm going to put a fourth one in. Again, I get it. I'd probably way overstaffing the park, but, you know, again, I'd rather have the park run on autopilot than anything. So, no, I say I did a practice run on this scenario because earlier I meant to record it, but I forgot to hit the record button. So I'm like, oh, well, it'll be a practice run anyway. So, you know, I didn't complete it. I just, you know, played it for a bit. And then I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just start over so then I could record it. So, stupid me. What's going on here? Not reliability, it's... For 50 cents, you're fine where you're at. The go-karts. Nice. Nice. I know just the place we're going to put them. Right here in this open spot between the two roller coasters. Park entry fees cheap, according to the customers. Stupid people, but oh well. The best value park in the country. Nice. Wow. Huh. President Trump must really like the value of my park. He must be coming here and riding all the rides thinking, damn, this is good value. Well, think of all the jobs I made. You know, you gotta ride, you gotta operate the rides. They gotta the mechanics to fix them, and the handymen to clean the park, and the security guards to make sure people aren't causing trouble, and then the entertainer. So no wonder why he's saying it's good value. There we go. Oh no, we can't put it here. It's too big. That's okay. Let's pause for a minute and let's figure out where we want to put it. We could put it over here and just turn it on its side like this. Can't we? Oh, wrong one. There we go. Alright, let's take out the... Nope. Right, no, that's not what we want. Visible supports. There we go. That's what I was wanting. You. Perfect. You. Perfect. And we'll do $2. There we go. Always pause when you're working with staff, because you don't want to waste valuable time. Since you've only got 2 years to complete the scenario, you don't want to waste valuable time messing with the staff. Okay, our mechanics on it for observation tower. So we're all good to go there. Where is my handyman over here? Why is he not cleaning up anything? Because he can't get to over here. Okay. There we go. Stupid me, I forgot to mark him over here. Where the hell are you going? You're not done yet. Get back here. Okay, we'll put the next roller coaster maybe on this side. We'll have to see. Because I want to save a big chunk of land for other big rides. You are drawing a profit, so okay. Gotta make sure you're doing good. Okay, the park is too cheap, according to the patrons, which is stupid, but okay. No, what's really weird about playing Roller Coaster Tycoon on Windows 10, for some reason, and this happened on 7 too, on Windows 7 as well, after you're done playing, you actually have to right-click on your desktop to be able to click again. And I don't understand why that is. I really don't understand why that is. Price is too cheap for the guests, I guess, again. I mean, I don't get why people want to keep saying, oh, it's so cheap, it's too cheap, it's too cheap. I wouldn't say that. Would you tell Donald Trump that, that his hotels are too cheap? I wouldn't. Because then he'd raise the price. Alright, we're over 600 guests. Nice. But, again, we're only in year 1, so that don't mean nothing right now. But it means we're on the right track, though. We're doing something right. So... But I'm going to start paying off that loan once I get the cotton candy stalls up. Or stall up. Ooh. There we go. Okay, we had drinks over here, okay. Cool. Cool, we're in profit now. We're in profit now. Alright. Cool, cool, cool. Steeple Chaser, how is it doing? Doing good. We got a jam-packed line. Price is too cheap for people again. I mean, my God, they're being stupid and telling me that it's too cheap. But I haven't been to a carnival in a long time. Haven't been to an amusement park in a long time. I don't really know of where any carnivals are anymore. I mean, there's in my area called the Mississippi Valley Fair, but I'm not going all the way to Davenport for that. Sure, there's the Rock Island County Fair, but that's not near as good as Mississippi Valley. Because Mississippi Valley, they actually have real music acts. Like, one year they had Brooks and Dunn. I think a couple years ago they had Alice Cooper. You know, it's pretty neat. It's pretty neat. I remember going on bumper cars all the time when I was a kid. Those things were fun. They were, man. Being able to slam into other cars and shit. Somebody'd be stuck in a corner and you go straight for 'em. Boom! I mean, they didn't go like no fucking 30, 40 miles an hour. I think the top they could do was like 5. But still, I mean, you could hit somebody pretty hard, you know? I mean, there wouldn't be any whiplash or anything, but still, I mean, those things were just so much fun as a kid. I could see the liberal parents nowadays, oh, those things are too fucking violent. I mean, look at nowadays with Popeye. They can't even air Popeye on television anymore because it's too violent. It's too violent, even though he was just beating up Bluto and saving olive oil, you know what I mean? Oh, it's too violent. It's too violent. It's like Dukes of Hazzard. Oh, it has a rebel flag on the car, so that means we can't fucking have it on TV because it's racism. No, it's not. It's never been about racism either. It's just people are fucking stupid and they need to just leave shit alone, you know? I don't know. I just find it ridiculous people have to bitch and gripe about everything anymore, you know? No, people are starting to throw a fit about Drake and Josh nowadays, what I heard. The old Drake and Josh show. Because people are finally realizing that it was a stoner show. Drake Bell's total stoner, man. He won't admit it probably, but, you know, total fucking stoner, man. And to me, there's nothing wrong with that, you know? I mean, they didn't show him smoking pot on the show. And yeah, it's true, he was a teenager when he did the show, but, you know, I mean, my God, he wasn't hurting anybody. The Ferris wheel needs replaced. No, there's reports now, I've been seeing this on the news, people are getting fed up with this COVID-19 crap because, you know, people are finally realizing what it is. It's a bullshit event of them being controlled. That's all it is. The tiniest park in the country. All right, I won the tiniest park in the country award. Nice. But people are realizing that, yeah, the COVID-19, it's just doing nothing but controlling them. That's it. Yes, I understand. People are getting sick. There are deaths. I understand that. But here's the thing. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. It's not. If it were, there would be martial law in this country. There would. But being there's not, there's really no need to be concerned about it. We got the swinging ship coming on deck here. Where are we gonna put this thing here? This side of the park needs some love. All right, we made 700 guests. We're there. We're getting there, I should say. We're getting there. Oh, there we go. That's what I want. There we go. Not too bad a year one. Not too bad. Not too bad. All right. Damn, a lot of people are in line for the swinging ship. Nice. Let me see here. Great, okay, and good value. Good, good, good. You know, I just don't know why I love this game so much. I just love it so much. It's just a classic, man. It is, and I think what makes it so appealing to me is it's just simple, you know? It's not over the top. It's not like Borderlands where you gotta go around doing these ridiculous missions, shooting people and killing people, you know? It's just... You're just doing simple things, you know? It's like the old NES games. I love playing those old classic NES games because they were simple. They were simple. You didn't have to do a bunch of shit to them. You know what I mean? You just didn't. You didn't have to learn how to play them. You didn't have to do any of that. You just played them, you know? Not like nowadays where you have to actually learn how to play a Mario game anymore. You gotta learn how to do the moves. You gotta learn how to do puzzles and shit. It's like, you know, I mean, the original Super Mario Brothers, Castle 4, and I think the last castle had puzzles, but they were not that hard to figure out, you know? You just had to go the right path. And even the N64 games, they were not that hard to learn, you know? They were tough, but I mean, that's challenge, you know? That one game I wouldn't mind playing is Banjo-Kazooie. What was it about the 90s where it was nothing but collection? I mean, Super Mario 64, you collected stars. Banjo-Kazooie, you collected, puzzle pieces. What else was there? Gex, you collected the TV remotes. What was it about all those games that you just had to collect everything, you know? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Crash Bandicoot, you collected the crystals and gems, you know? And in 3, you got the relics. Well, people want to pay more out of pocket to come into the park. We're at $35 now. But yeah, I just can't... I can't understand why the fascination in collecting things back then. The chairlift, we don't need the chairlift. But I don't know, it's just those games were just so, it was just a simple time back then, you know? It's not like nowadays where you gotta do a bunch of shit just to survive nowadays. And I'm not talking video games, I'm talking real life. It's so hard to understand what it is you have to do anymore, you know? And back then, the whole country was together, there was peace and harmony between everyone, and... I mean, yeah, there was crime, but it wasn't near as bad as it is nowadays, you know? I actually miss the 90s. I wish I could go back to the 90s, you know? It was just a great time. It was just a great time, you know? If I had a time machine and I was able to go into a time machine and I was told I could only go back in time once, that's where I'd go, the 90s, to watch my childhood play out again, you know? Even though I didn't have the greatest childhood, I mean, I still miss it, you know? I'd go to my grandma and grandpa's, and I'd just like to watch a weekend of me being there. Or watch a week of me in the summer being there, you know? Because I always had fun going out with Grandpa, feeding horses and working with horses and all that. Because he was in the horse business, that's how he made his money, and so... You know, and I wouldn't mind going and going to the weekend with my dad, at my dad's and stepmom's when they were first married. You know, time was great. Times were great then. I mean, my dad had a decent paying job, and you know, I mean, he spoiled us kids, but you know, he didn't spoil us a lot. I mean, yes, he did spoil us, but you know, he didn't buy us everything we wanted. You know. That was until about 6th or 7th. Yeah, I think it was 6th grade. About 5th. Yeah, I think it was. Because my dad used to get me out of school early for 6th grade. Because back then, this was pre 9/11. If you were the biological parent, you could pick your kid up from school with no questions asked. See? So... I remember he used to do that. He picked me up like at noon at school. That's okay. He picked me up at noon And then he would take me to the video game store and we'd get the new release. Like, I'll remember he did that when Resident Evil 2 came out, the Crash Bandicoot 2 and 3 came out, Resident Evil 3, Xenogears. You know, we'd always buy a brand new game. We'd always stop somewhere for lunch on the way to his place. You know, it'd be like a fast food joint. We'd just stop and get something and then take it home. And then for supper, he'd always order pizza. We'd get back to his place, and back then digital cable was starting to become a thing. And shit. And back then Cartoon Network was starting to get rolling. So, well, actually, it actually was rolling with the Cartoon Fridays and the Toonami. I would always watch Toonami when we get to my dad's place. He had a TV in my own room upstairs, and it had cable where it could at least get Cartoon Network. And so he put a VCR up there so I could record the Cartoon Network shows because I thought they were way better than Nickelodeon. And so I'd do that, and then Cartoon Fridays would come on about 6, and the pizza'd get there. So I would take like a bunch of pieces of pizza upstairs with me, and I'd watch Cartoon Fridays, and that would give my stepmom a chance to come home from work and chill and all that. So, and then after that, we would play Resident Evil. And we'd do it throughout the entire weekend. We'd play the first Resident Evil. Oh, guests are hungry. We'd play the first Resident Evil on Friday night. And on Saturday night, we would play Resident Evil 2. And we'd be done by 10 o'clock because the Red Green show would be on. Or no, we would play Resident Evil 2 in the afternoon, and then we'd play Resident Evil 3 at night, because Sunday I'd have to go back home to my mom's. And I would have my Pokemon Game Boy games, you know, red, blue, and yellow, and just good times. Just good times, you know. Just good times. Hey, we're over 750 guests. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. You know, looking at the merry-go-round, it reminds me of the episode where of Rocko's Modern Life where they find a carnival at the old sewage treatment plant. And it ends up being like the most unsafe carnival ever, and it was nothing but a ripoff. We're in year 2 and we're over 750 for guests. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. All we gotta do is finish this year and we'll be all good to go. I like how this amusement park is built next to a beach community. Make sure our mechanics are... Yep, there he goes. Okay. You know, one game I was watching a long play for, it was this 3rd grade game. I can't remember what it was called, but the character's name was Botley that you had to go around with, and you had to solve, like, you had to do these mini games that were supposed to teach you how to think and all that, and it was pretty cool, you know? It was one of those educational games. I remember my mom got it for my sister, but I ended up playing it a good bit myself. Speaking of pythons, and snakes and shit, I was watching a documentary. It was the Dark Side of the Ring, and they were talking about Randy Savage and Miss Elizabeth. And they were talking about the time where Jake the Snake's Robert had Damien, his snake, his King Cobra, bite Randy Savage. And Randy Savage was very paranoid back then, come to find out. And Jake the Snake Roberts was actually saying, oh yeah, Macho Man actually made Jake the Snake Roberts take a snake bite in the locker room to prove that it was fixed, that it wasn't venomous. But I guess Jake the Snake Roberts, he was saying that he had to paintbrush the snake while he was out in the ring to piss it off enough to get it to bite Randy Savage. I've heard Jake the Snake Roberts, he had drug problems back in the back when he was wrestling. And I mean, that's a hard life to go through, the wrestling business. Back then it was. But I've heard he's cleaned up. And that's really great. And I heard a large part of that was because of Diamond Dallas Page. He started that yoga program or company or whatever. And, you know, hey, that's great that he's helping them old timers get clean and get to a better part of life, get in a better place in life and all that. So, you know, the water slide's coming. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Well, I got a good spot for it over here. Demon Drop will be coming up. Good thing I've been paying off this loan some. There, that ought to be enough. There, people are having fun now on Demon Drop. We'll be getting more guests into the park. We're in June of year 2, so we're getting close. We're getting close here. You know, I called my stepmom yesterday, just talked to her because I hadn't talked to her in a while, so, we were talking, oh, this is going to be cool once everything gets all said and done with this COVID-19, everything gets dealt with. She wants to get the Resident Evil 3 remake. And hey, I can't blame her because it actually does look pretty cool. There we go. All right, we have made the objective, which was to have at least 750 guests in your park at the end of year 2 with a park rating of at least 600. I achieved the objective with a company value of $22,492. Look at that. That is amazing. Okay, that'll be it for Bumbly Beach. That will be it for Bumbly Beach, you know, short and sweet one here. So hope you all had fun. I will see y'all in the next scenario in the next video. Bye-bye.